Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I'm working on a single pager for my New York album, and this was my lunch. When I got into New York, I kind of just went right to my hotel. I was able to check in right away, so I just got my room, left my bags, and then I went out to see the city immediately. So I went to one other thing first, the Soldiers and Sailors Monument, and then I needed to have lunch before I headed out for my full afternoon. And I found this place not too far from the monument. It's called Yasouvlaki. I'm half Greek. I love Greek food. This was a no-brainer for me then to sit down and try it. Plus, it's right on the corner of 89th and Amsterdam, which is a great place to kind of just sit and watch the city go by and people watch and that kind of thing. So I chose to sit outside. The restaurant looked very nice inside. Plenty of tables and booths and what have you, but I wanted to enjoy the beautiful weather outside. So my table was right out here on the street, which was perfect. And as you can see, I've got 3 photos happening. I only have one pocket I have to fill, which hopefully makes this somewhat easy. And I've got some dead space here. So I'm already thinking I probably want to put something there. That probably means if I have something here, then I also have to have something here, just so they're kind of opposite each other. But I think the first thing to do is pull out my food cards and see what I have that might match with what I've got going on here. I have all of my 3x4 food cards out here, and my first thought is maybe something kind of in this olive green. I do these in color order, so I've kind of got red through part of the blues in this package, and then blue through the end of the rainbow, multicolored, and black and white in this one. So I'm going to skip ahead here kind of to where I can see the green starts. There we go. And what's interesting is I printed this one on photo paper, this one on cardstock. Look at the difference. So I don't know what this did to the color. What is this? Kodak Marvis. Oh, so this is like an old one too, because I haven't used that paper in a while. But in comparison, I may not have had my printer set correctly here, but those are both kind of too light anyway. I was looking more, maybe even more for something like this, but the wording doesn't work there. Probably too green. Good mood, good food, good mood. I like it, but not quite what I want. And now this one, these came in a set, I believe, with just something on the back side. And then this, I also bought the digital files and printed it myself. And even those look different. They're not quite the same. So it just shows sometimes you got to mess with your printer. I feel like I had 2 copies of this. I printed 2 and I used it somewhere else. So I don't know that I want to use that there. Oh, that's it. Okay, so not a lot of green to be had there. All right. Well, I could kind of go with sort of this orangey brown, maybe. I mean, black and white's always an option too. I don't know that I want navy because this is the only thing that's blue. And then they'd be right next to each other too, so I don't like that. So maybe I'll look to see, do I have something orangey or brown that might work here? I found a card that I think might be kind of perfect. This one. I ate this. Craving Satisfied. This is true too because I could probably eat Greek food once, maybe twice a week, every week, and I'd be fine. I love it. I just don't get tired of it. And look at the colors. It's kind of got this lighter orange and brown kind of going. And with the French fries, I think these colors look really nice. And then the buildings, look at that. Between these 2 shades, I think that works very, very well. Even next to this is much more orange, I think. I kind of like it. And I could always embellish with maybe something in that olive green. I'm sure I have something in my embellishment somewhere, or a phrase label or something that I could do. I could potentially also stamp. I have quite a few food sets in my stamps, so I could pick out close to this color of ink and stamp that way if I wanted to. So I do have options, and that's always good. I remembered I had some food-themed chipboard things from Allie Edwards, and I got all excited thinking, I know there's some green on there. Well, that is true. These greens would be a good match. However, I don't like what either of them say. This one says yuck. That definitely doesn't apply. This one says Kiss the Cook. That's more for something like when you're eating at home or have a big meal or a special dinner that's made for you at home. That doesn't really fit eating in the restaurant. So I'm not going to use that. So I think I'm probably going to end up stamping something. I can also, let me grab them here, go into here. These are just my more generic travel items, ephemera things. There might be something in here that's the right color that would work, but it's certainly not a guarantee, but I'll look. Well, I didn't find anything in my green ephemera that I thought would work, so then I decided to pull out my bag of miscellaneous chipboard. This tends to be where I just throw chipboard pieces that really they're not travel, they're not anything specific, they're just sort of generic. So I went in there to look at some stuff, and I had this mishmash of things. I don't even remember, I think these are all from Freckled Fawn. It looks like it. Just the color schemes, the style, the thickness of the chipboard. And I know there were some green ones. And one of these I thought said enjoy it or enjoy this. Oh, right here. It's the one that stuck to that. Enjoy it. But is that the right green? Ooh. Dang it. I thought it was olive green. It's closer to the green on the sign. It's kind of in between. Is that so far off that it'll be hideous? I mean, there is this brighter green here too. And with the sign, maybe it's okay. I did it like that, maybe towards the bottom. Or would it be better to do it here because there's no green on this photo? Like I could put it right there or here. And actually, to make it stand out more, I feel like it blends in a little bit. I could take my stapler and put staples in the ends. This is thin enough, it will go through. I've done it before with some other pieces. I think that would work. That might be what I have to do. Just to bring in more green there. Well, you know what? I'm going to give it a whirl, and I hope it works out. Ta-da! I did it. So I put that on there. I put the staples in there. I like the way that looks. It gives it just enough definition so it jumps off the page a little more. So that's good. I have that taken care of. Then I still need something here. Don't know what that's going to be. Actually, you know what? I could do it here or here. These are this umbrella and this overhang. They're both kind of dead space happening there. So what could I do there? Here, I liked it because I thought maybe I could hang something over the edge. But I wouldn't do green now because I added that. Would I go orange? Maybe I should go navy. Maybe I should be looking for something blue. I found something and I hope it's not like crazy. So I was thinking of the blue. And I knew I had this kind of mishmash of chipboard stickers that came in this set. I'm thinking about that blue one with the heart because I love Greek food. I love the Upper West Side. To me, it seems fitting. Let's see here. And I said I wanted something that would kind of overlap the edge, implying circular element. I could still do that with this one and just cut off the top. But wouldn't it be cute just to do that? I think it would. I'm going to try it. I won't press down super hard in case I want to change it. But if I did it just like that, it kind of takes up that whole overhang space that was just kind of blue. Nothing was happening there anyway. What do I think? Maybe move it down a little bit more. Just so it's not quite so close to the edge. How does that look? Oh, I like that. Yep, you know what? Look at that. Okay. I felt good about that. All right. Now, is that actually all I need? And then I just have to journal? I feel like I should be doing more. Maybe that's enough. Let me look at it for a minute and then I'll decide. Well, I just learned something. I thought that I had a navy blue ink from Stampin' Up, and I know I did at one point. I think I must have used it all or it dried out or something because now I don't have it. This was the closest one I have now, which is not quite navy. And I forget what the blue one was. Was it Night of Navy? Something like that. My old one. So I don't have that. But I have this. I don't even remember getting this, if I'm honest. It must have been after they changed their colors again, because this one's called Blueberry Bushel. I don't even know how old this is, but I tried it. Look at that color. That's the one I want. It's going to get me the closest to these anyway. Better than this. I mean, you can tell like that's almost more of a peacock sort of color. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to stamp, but I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the marker to color it. I think I'm going to use this set. And this is one that I bought it from Studio Calico, but I know the designer was in a Creative Bubble. And I love all of her digital cards that she does, so it makes sense that I would have loved this too. And you can see I've used quite a bit of these in the past, so they're well loved, which is a good thing. I'd rather know that I'm getting my money's worth than let them sit there and never get used. But I think I'm going to use this one here that says local cuisine, because it was local to my neighborhood where I was staying. And if I can get authentic Greek food, I'll take it whenever I can. All right, I did a sample just to make sure it looked okay. It does. So now I'm going to redo this. And I think I'm actually going to stamp it at the bottom. At first I thought I was going to do it at the top. Under this. By the way, I'm huffing on it so that it stays wet ink. We don't want it to dry out. But I think now I'm going to do it here, because then it'll say local cuisine craving satisfied. It's making me nervous. I think I have to stand up. I want to make sure I get it in the right place. Like so. Perfect. I love it. That's what it looks like put together. And I think that's all it needs. I'm not going to do anything else. I will do my journaling, of course. I'll do it off camera. But in terms of designing the page, I think that's enough. And I'm a little surprised that I ended up adding blue when I thought I wouldn't. So, marker to the rescue on this one. Another one finished for New York. Thanks for watching.